I do believe it's like the journey of life. I believe this is really ultimately one of the biggest journeys that all of us are on as human beings in our lives, is to find that path to love. Not just love with an intimate partner, but love, to become beings of love.
Yeah, to be a being of love, it's actually very scary. And, when I go into my love space, also one aspect of pure love is choice. See, when you pick a partner, that moment where you're falling in love, you're choosing this person for a lifetime. Okay, that's what what love is. I'm choosing this. And how many times as we get older that we choose things that it didn't work out?
Yeah.
I chose this and it didn't work out. I chose this investment. I chose this car. I chose this person. I chose this situation. When you love, you're making a choice. And that's the ultimate state of human existence, is to recognize we do have free will. Free will is choosing. I choose this. I'm free. I can choose this or not choose this. And when you're loving, you're choosing. You're not trying to change. You're choosing this moment. And it's a very scary thing, because the more we have failed in life, been hurt by life, we're afraid to choose that this is the situation I'm in. But it is the adventure you're talking about. It's the journey. And we all just sort of open up to this pure love state. And then we become afraid. Okay, we become afraid. And we may not even feel what we feel when the fear is there. If somebody's angry, I could say to them, you're also afraid. They go, oh, I'm not afraid. I'm just saying what's right. I said, no, I think you're quite afraid. If you were actually cool, calm, and collected and trusting, there'd be no big deal here. You wouldn't be trying to argue with me or change me. And certainly you wouldn't be upset with me. So we don't always know the layers of what we're feeling inside, but deep inside, we're all here in this great journey of life to learn how to love. And it is the most beautiful moment, where you're just choosing every moment, choosing the moment. And when we think about the bigger picture of life and everything we've gone through and the ups and downs and so forth, choosing, being present, people talk about being present is choosing this moment. It's important to have a sense of grace, that actually, if you can look back on your life and realize, take a moment to imagine that you're where you want to be. You would have never gotten here had not all those mishaps taken place. So, when I look at my life, I feel so blessed. I'm so grateful. That's another part of being able to feel choice. I'm so grateful. And I would have not gotten here had this person not cheated me, had this marriage not had failed. My first marriage was 2 years and it was a failure. It was my wife fell in love with another man. I felt devastated. I felt this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. But then, it took me about a year to heal my heart after that, and after that, I called up my wife, Bonnie, who I dated before. I wanted to marry her, but she didn't want to marry me. And I said, I've changed. I have wisdom. I'm better. And when we have a beautiful family, we lived 34 years together. I would have never had that opportunity if I'd stayed in that other marriage. So what we have to recognize, if we can look back at our life with gratitude and forgiveness. Now, to forgive, there's a great definition of forgiveness from Jerry Jampolsky, which is forgiveness is looking in the past and realizing it couldn't have been any other way. Mm-hmm. You see, it's like for me, I needed that my first wife to fall in love with another man and cheat on me. Otherwise, I would have never left because I'm a real stay in there kind of guy. Yeah. I needed an explosion to happen to get me out of that marriage, because I'm all about love and commitment and fidelity and everything. But that did it. And that, from one level, freed me then to find Bonnie, my true love in life, my soulmate. But I would have never done that had that not happened. And then I look at many of the mistakes I made and had I not made those mistakes, I couldn't have learned the lessons that I've learned in life and gained the wisdom that I have now. So it's to be grateful for our lessons, to be grateful for the mishaps, as well as the accomplishments and the achievements and the help that we've gotten, both. And sometimes we can't feel actually gratitude that somebody cheated us or whatever directly. Thank you for doing that to me. But we can, first step is thank you for what I've learned from that. But now I go back on those big mistakes, all those bad things, and go, thank you for doing that to me. Literally, that's wisdom, is when you realize it couldn't have happened any other way, because you're on a journey and you had to learn, and this planet of earth level school. This is a place we're learning to love. And to think about it very simply, if I want to build muscles, which I don't care that much about muscles, quite honestly, I just want good, strong muscles. I don't need to be a big guy, but I go to the gym once a week. That's good enough. So I'm always building a little more muscle mass. That's what I like, is to keep growing. I'm always getting more, a little bit more. And I have to go to the gym and I have to pick up heavier and heavier weights, and there I can grow. Well, if we want to grow in love, what happens? We're going to be challenged. And I think besides just love in life, what we want to grow in is our authenticity, is to realize that we're on a journey. We're in the process of learning who we are, expressing our best self. And as we're in that journey, and that becomes our motivation in life, that we're growing, then it's easier to love.